verse 34 to 36 thereabout. I'm giving you a new commandment: love one another. As in, love one another. There are some people that you think that they are unlovable. Love them. If God could love you, hi everyone, you're welcome to another episode of the Carefully Created Podcast with Bisola. And because this is my first time seeing your face, okay, I'm not seeing your face, but this is your first time seeing my face in this new year, and this is your first time hearing my voice in this new year, I say to you, Happy New Year. On today's episode of the podcast, from the title you can see that there are a couple of things that I have started doing. I think that every time the year starts, it's another opportunity to start new things. This particular new habit that I picked up was not deliberate. I think it was an instruction, right? I'm not one of the new year, new me people, to be honest. I'm not. In fact, and I'm going to share subsequently in other episodes, I am very much a new year, better me, right? I don't start all over again. I don't cancel out all the other things that I've achieved or I've held on to in previous years and then start afresh because it's a new year. No, I believe that we should not live with regrets necessarily. I believe that every lesson, everything that you have gone through in previous years, even if they were not the most favorable English, even if they were not the most favorable in the sense that you feel like, oh, I could have done that better, I could have made better decisions, I could have gotten myself into like better deals, I could have done better, because we always hope that there is always better somewhere, right? In all of those things, I feel like going into the new year, instead of just dropping all of that, it's, oh, now I know how to do it better. Now I know that I should not make this decision. Now I know that I should do this way and not do it the other way. Whatever that will be. Most times we want to start afresh or want to start anew because we feel like we didn't show up as our best, or the previous year showed us shiggy and tired us out. And for some people, it's like, oh, I even chopped breakfast, so what are we talking about? I didn't handle that relationship well. And different things could have happened. And so instead of coming in, for me, this is what I believe in, that instead of now saying, oh, new year, new me, I will just throw all of that out of the window. It's in that relationship, what didn't I do better? How didn't I show up as my best self? Or what was so bad about that relationship that it had to end, right? And so what can I improve in myself going forward and look out for in my partner, or in a prospective partner going forward, so that I don't make the same mistakes, I don't get into the same hula baloo, right? Or at work, you just felt like you didn't show up as your best self. Instead of just saying, oh, new year, I'm throwing all of that away, is how do I improve on that? Because I'm sure that if you look back, really look back, there were good things that you did. There were wins, so build on those wins, learn from past mistakes, and then keep forging ahead. Happy New Year once again. Okay, so like I said, I picked up a new habit, even though it's not really new, is journaling, right? And personally, and I don't know, I like to just like this stand, right? Because writing it takes energy. Right, I'm one of those people that if I want to have a conversation with you, I don't like phone calls, but I don't like to type either. So I'd rather send you a voice note. I remember how, okay, this is how I say things to remember. Like, I always send such long voice notes. I remember the day I sent a voice note to someone for 20 minutes long voice note, and that person is like, is this an episode or something? Anyways, well, thank God I have people that understand my peculiarities. So in this new year, journaling is one of the things that the Holy Spirit just placed in my heart to start doing. And I think it started one night. I just felt like there was a lot in my heart to share, and not necessarily share with people, but like there was a lot. My heart was heavy, That's it. My heart was heavy, and I was talking to the Holy Spirit about it. And then he started showing me how it's not as bad as you think it is. It's not as big as you think it is. Reduce it to pen on paper. Well, this time around, my fingers and my keypad and the screen of my phone. But reduce it to writing, and you realize that it's not as insurmountable as it appears. And so far so good. I remember writing one of the things that really I was afraid of, and then I just jumped into that pool and I wrote it down, and I'm just excited about it. So every time I go back and I read that, I'm like, yes, I did that. That's an improvement on who I was. One of the things I'm learning this year deliberately is a Japanese concept called Kaizen, and this concept really means that you are improving at least 1% every day. So it's not a drastic improvement. It's that with every new time that we see you, there is +1, there is extra 1, right? So it's something that I'm applying personally to my life as well, that every single time you see me, there's going to be a +1. I'm going to be at least improved by 1% till I hit perfection. So yes, and so I think that I'm excited about the fact that I get to journal my journey. Yeah, I get to journal my journey. I get to write down my testimonies. I'm excited about it. Let's see how it goes, because it's not something I'm used to. Let's see how it goes. I don't necessarily write every day, but like at least after I started writing. But yeah, I'm excited about that. Every time the new year comes, we're always so excited about prophetic words. For me, I didn't get a personal prophetic word 2024. I'm connected to certain graces, let me say it like that. I'm speaking spiritually now, such that the prophetic word for the house covers me, right? And so I said I'm connected to certain graces, and so receiving those words for me has designed a prophetic roadmap for me, a prophetic direction for the year for me. And I'm sharing this because even if you don't have a prophetic word, do you have a word? Like, even if you don't, you know how we say, oh, the year of new things, or the year that I occupy, or the year of exceeding great rewards. You can hear that these are the words that I got, right? So even if you don't have like those specific kinds of words, but what did God tell you about the year 2024? I shared something on Instagram about how this is the second chapter of the year 2024, and for most of us, we just feel like 2024 started, January just went one time. I was having a conversation with someone, and this person was telling me how they were not in a good space mentally, and how things are not going the way they plan. And it's okay, right? It's okay to be in that kind of situation, but the question is, how do we move on from here? How do we not stay in that funk, right, and allow that to now dictate our year? Instead, pick those words that you heard from the beginning of the year. It did not expire in January. It will last you till the end of the year. And so even if you've not started seeing anything, just know that the word is a seed, and it has gone down, and it is taking roots downward, and it will definitely bear fruit upwards. So you start to put yourself to it. You declare it every day that this year I have exceeding great rewards. This year I occupy new spaces. I'm taking new territories. As I'm saying these things, I'm actually seeing them in my life. So that's why I'm not afraid to actually start new things like journaling, right? To improve myself. I'm learning new things. I'm learning Kaizen, like I said earlier. So like, what's that thing that you know will make you better? What's that thing that will change the funk that you think that you're in? Or what's that thing that, even though if the year is already going great for you and you're like, yes, we hit the ground running this 2024, what's that thing that can make your 2024 experience even better, right? So you can just check it out and say, this worked for me in 2024. This worked for me in January, and I'm going to do even better. So pick your prophetic words, or your prophetic direction. If you have prophetic words, run with it. If you have prophetic direction, by my God, I take territories, by my, like, whatever your prophetic direction is for the year 2024. And I'm saying this deliberately because I'm a person of faith. Run with it. And for some people, you don't have prophetic direction, but you have strategy. Run with it, implement, work towards achieving all the things that you have set out to achieve. So that's something new that I am also, not something new, but that's something that I am running with in 2024. So I said, what kind of year is this? For me, personally, another thing that the Lord has been talking to me about is consecration. What God is saying that, kill the noise. There's something that I want to do with you. There's something that I want to tell you. It's not going to be, oh, God wants to put you on one platform and you're going to start preaching to thousands of people. Maybe that will come, but for me, and I feel like for someone listening to me, it's a year where God is saying, come in, let's fellowship, let's talk, let's plan, let's strategize, let me show you the blueprint, let me build your character, let me prune you, let me water you. I'm the vine, you are the branches. Let me adjust some things so that by the time I reveal you to your world, you will not be haphazard, right? So it's also a year of consecration, a year where we are devoted. Our devotion goes to another level. Our seriousness with the things of the Spirit, our fellowship goes to another level, where we're more serious with our walk with God and in His presence, because the Spirit of God is also the Spirit of wisdom. So He gives you wisdom on how to run your life outside. Okay, not outside, but in alignment with His will for you, right? So there's also that. So it's also a year of consecration, a year where we're not going to see you doing every challenge, or see you saying every slang, or hear you saying every slang, or see you in every place just doing random things because it's trending, saying random words because it's trending. So it's a year of consecration where we're called apart, we're set apart by God Himself, making us before He sends us. And some of us are already in the field being sent, but God is saying, say, come and renew strength. So this year is also going to be a year of renewing strength. It's going to be a year of getting better, really. I'm sharing all of these things because this is the first time we're talking this year. So these are the things that I'm catching you up with my life in 2024, and I hope that you're also getting something from it. And I love February because it's the month that we have all decided, general consensus, that is the month of love. And I was studying in the book of John chapter 13 after Jesus washed the disciples' feet, and He said to them that this is the way the world will know that you are my disciples indeed, if you love one another. Part of our identity is that we love. They want to know who you are. They're like, that girl, she can love you to stupor, she can love you back to life, right? He was telling His disciples that, see, I'm telling you that I'm washing your feet, you also wash one another's feet. I'm giving you a new commandment. I think it's verse 34 to 36 thereabout. I'm giving you a new commandment: love one another. As in, love one another. There are some people that you think that they are unlovable. Love them. If God could love you, yourself, you know that you have bad character. You know that if you check yourself, you have bad character. And God is probably still working on different things in our lives, right? But in spite of that, He loves you and He's transforming you. So why can't you extend that grace to someone else, right? So love people in this month of February and beyond. I mean, like I said, 1% better. So after February, it's not that you now say, I don't try and drop the love in February. No, but that in our relationships, we're deliberate, we're giving, we are intentional about our relationships, we're intentional about our loving. So this is how my year is going, and this is how it's going to go. And trust me that as the year keeps going and I'm getting better every day, you are going to see me every Friday telling you how I'm better, bringing you on this journey and sharing with you and saying if something will just click in your spirit as well, and if there's something that you can learn from all these things that I'm saying, so that you'll be better as well. Because we have to help one another. I cannot just be shining alone. See, we all have to shine together. So that's why I'm sharing all of these things. I know it's a very chill episode this time around because it's supposed to be chill and the weather is cold, and I think I had a very good evening right for recording this. I just played in the snow like a child, but it was a good experience anyways. So thank you for being a part of this episode. I hope that you have learned something. I hope that there is something that you're taking out. Be intentional in this year. If there's anything you will learn 1% better, it's going to be that kind of year where we are deliberate, we're serious with ourselves, our walk with God, our self-development and improvement, and our love walk with everyone. It's not just your partners that you love everyone. That's the commandment that we have. Thank you so much for being a part of this episode. And if you are still here, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube things. Turn on the notification bell. And I would also like to hear how your year is going in the comment section. God bless you. Have an amazing weekend, rest of your week, day. God bless you.